Stuart, you're looking at President Trump touring the new Alligator Alcatraz migrant center in the Florida Everglades. Listen to what he said to Peter Doocy before leaving the White House this morning. Greater than is the idea that if an immigrant escapes, they just get eaten by an alligator or something. Greater than I guess that's the concept. This is not a nice visit. That's the concept. If you escape the feds, an alligator's going to teach them how to run away from an alligator. Okay, if they escape prison. Don't run in a straight line. You know what, you can't just go up for the 1%. Stuart, well, look who's here. DHS Secretary Chad Wolf here with them. Think the public supporting this. Greater than well, I think this makes a lot of sense, and if the public understands why the administration is doing this in the state of Florida, you need more detention spaces in the state of Florida. There's a lack of detention facilities there. When talking about a 5,000, up to 5,000 beds, this makes a lot of sense and collocated next to a 10,000-foot runway, and that's the ideal situation scenario if you're DHS, which is you're able to remove individuals to the facility and wait till you get a plane full, then remove them without more transportation costs, so there's a lot of inherent benefits for the facility apart that it's in the Everglades. Stuart, if ICE goes on a workplace sweep in rounding up people outside of Home Depot and marched off and put into Alligator Alley. A political fallout for putting detainees in difficult surroundings. Greater than if individuals try to abscond and leave the facility and it'll be run by the state and overseen by DHS, obviously there's consequences to that. Obviously, being in the Everglades, there's more consequences than perhaps just in the state of New Mexico. Stuart, next one, there's a phone app that alerts users to ICE sightings in their area. Border czar Tom Homan said it's incredibly dangerous and on the show earlier and said this. Greater than this happen gives the bad guys heads up that we're coming and means more are going to escape arrest and make this country less safe. This is going for this app and ambushes ICE officers and puts them at great risk. Stuart, Homan wants the Justice Department to get involved in this. Do you want to see the app shut down? Greater than I do. They put on a badge and gun every day and not knowing if they're going home to their loved ones, and Tom said the bad guys know who they are and can take appropriate action. You've got other networks like CNN doing full biographies on the app developer, and that's the wrong thing to do and going to release personal identifying information. Stuart, 2 nationals arrested for allegedly spying on air bases and recruited for Chinese Minister of State Security. Chad, do you think 11 Jinping knows about this? Is he arranging a spying operation in the United States? What can we do to stop it? Greater than yeah, I'll assume he doesn't again. This happens, I know it happens all too often, and the vast majority of these types of cases getting reported on the CCP doing this in high numbers and going for this in the Homeland because stealing direct chill properties going for other Americans, and it's ongoing threat, and I continue to say that the threat from the Communist Chinese Party is real and it's probably our most existential threat here in the Homeland. Stuart, it's the result basically of open border, isn't it? Greater than it is, upwards of 50,000 or more Chinese nationals coming across the border, and the vast majority not returned back to China, so they're here in the United States. This is why open borders has real consequences, and unfortunately whether it's Iranians or Chinese or any number of any